Hello and welcome to another update video about Bonk. Yeah, Bonk seems to have put the top in place in this fifth wave of wave 1 around the area where I wanted to see it, yeah, before it breaks above the 78.6 extension. That's what I highlighted in the last video, because a break above the 78.6 extension at 492764 could have meant that we are going to see an ABC structure to the upside and a slightly different wave structure that we might already be in the third wave, which could still be the case. But for now, based on what I see on the chart, I'm operating on the thesis that wave 5 of 1 in our yellow wave count that we've been following primarily, that it's topped. Bonk has, from this fourth wave low in April, formed a nice 5-wave pattern to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves up. And the fifth wave was okay, basically ended around the 61.8 fib extension of waves 1 and 3 together. That's one of the ideal targets for a fifth wave here. And mentioned in the last video, but again, it might not have topped yet. It's just what I see right now. It's pretty constructive for a possible top in place. This is only going to be my view as long as we stay below today's high. Okay, so any break above today's high opens the door for a test of the next two fib levels or higher, 492764, 596709. I can only highlight that this area would be an ideal spot for a top. Okay, so obviously this is now the first move to the downside and the break below the trend line that I showed you in the last video here. But obviously there's always more, that this is now basically the beginning of the top confirmation process. What would be great now next would be possibly a retest from the trend line below. If the trend line is broken to the upside again, that again might, put this in doubt. What I would like to see eventually now is an ABC structure in wave 2. So obviously the top would be in here probably. What we're tracking now is an A wave to the downside, then a B wave rally and a C wave down. This is sort of what I would like to see now, which means at some point we should get a corrective rally, which is the B wave. And important to mention that an A wave can be a 5-wave move or a 3-wave move. We already have 3 waves down. If it forms another lower high and another lower low, then we get 5 waves in the A wave. This is of course micro counting, which doesn't make much sense when we talk about altcoins. Just want to explain the principle. And this is sort of what I'm tracking as wave A. And if we then get a B wave rally, then the C wave down could follow. And if this B wave stays below the swing high that was formed on Tuesday, the 28th of May, then this is all okay. If we break above it, we would have to explore, okay, is it an overshooting B wave, which doesn't happen so often in a wave 2, or is it another extension higher or something? But this here shows you an ideal pathway now that I'm going to follow. First indication that something more bullish is going on, and I'm going to take the resistance area for the wave B, not for a 4th wave within wave A, because as I said, an A wave can be a 5-wave move or a 3-wave move. And we never know what it is, essentially. It means that in any corrective rally, the price should now stay below 423994 and then head down into the main support region, which I've adjusted slightly. It's between 161483 and 272280. This will be pretty interesting when we get into this support region. The next upside, I can't really give you next upside targets, really, not yet, because we haven't really bottomed in wave 2 yet. But I've earlier today already posted on Discord, and I just made an assumption, just assuming we might hit the 61.8 retracement down there at 200,667. Then the third wave should take us to 115,2112, and the fifth wave to 156,1162. That's roughly a 700% increase from down there. But again, that's highly speculative because we haven't even bottomed there yet. So it's just showing you, giving you an initial idea, I think, what the reward to risk ratio could be to the upside. So it's overall interesting. Bonk has been pretty clear in the last few weeks. So I hope it stays that way. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit a like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.